Right.
Our political editor Nina Warhurst has stayed away from Westminster, perhaps wisely, to continue her tour of the North West, talking to different bosses on Brexit. What are companies doing to prepare? She's already covered travel and hospitality, and tonight she looks at science.
This is the place where we split the first atom, made the first test tube baby and computer. Now health and science industries are worth $17.5 billion to the economy of the North, employing almost 600,000 people. Today I'm talking to Mark Street-Docherty, the Chief Executive of Elucigene Diagnostics.
Hello.
Hello.
His testing kits are used by doctors around the world to make intricate diagnoses. In the event of no deal, their 60% of stock which goes to Europe will become illegal overnight. In the next 2 weeks, they'll have to take a massive decision. Will they move their legal team to Malta for good?
Regardless of the 29th being a national deadline, for us really getting towards the end of February, we're going to have to make a decision about when we pull that trigger.
So even if there is a deal before the end of March, by that time you may have already set this up?
Far too late. Many people who are self-declaring products in Europe will have to make other alternative arrangements.
Gosh, and there's no going back then?
No going back after that.
This business depends on importing enzymes from Germany to help read DNA. Stockpiling those has been easy. Less easy has been knowing how their products, which have to be transported at -22 degrees, will fare if there are border issues. They have been able to withstand these ifs and buts, but a few years ago it might have been different.
We're a profitable high margin business. If we were working in a life sciences business where those margins were very slim, the additional costs or even having somebody advise you on the logistics of being able to provide product into Europe may be the difference between you making a success of it and not making a success of it.
We like to think in the Northwest and in Britain that brand of British science really carries weight abroad. Number one, is that true? And number two, will that be resilient post-Brexit?
I think brand Britain and definitely life sciences brand Britain will not be affected by Brexit. Ultimately, we're a very, very strong academic and manufacturing background and pedigree in the UK, and we've found over the last 3 years, growing our international network out from a very small number up to 50 countries, we're actually in a position where the British element of that has supported that process, and I think it will continue to do so long after the ramifications of Brexit become clear.
We sat not far from the place where the first atom was split, where the first test tube baby was made. Is the future bright then for this region when it comes to life sciences?
Manchester is hugely innovative with a strong community here. I think regardless of what the outcome of Brexit is, we'll continue to be successful here in the North West region.
That's good to know. Thank you, Mark. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.